Welcome back to Blackacre Ranch, everybody. It's another day, and guess what? This day is a wee bit chilly and it's rainy again. We are still so far behind on rain. I'll take it whenever I can get it. There should be a lot of forecasted rain spotted throughout the day. We're gonna try and get some stuff done. I don't know if you can hear that background. We got some pigeons on our roof. And they've been hiding from us because we shoot them with BB guns. But anyway, all right, so today we're gonna get some odds and ends done. Check out some things on the ranch, and then kind of go over with you kind of the projections of what we're gonna do in 2022. Our water trough out there, it's nice that we can see these water troughs. There is a float from a Rojo float valve that's bright yellow, and I don't see it. So we're gonna go check this guy out and see if he still has a float, to make sure that whatever rain we collect is not being wasted. I hope there's not a leak or anything like that. So first thing on the agenda is to get this little guy checked out. $1,200 and $1,500. Let's go check that ball. I'm shutting it off because I don't want it to be leaking, and if the ball is off and fell off, it's going to keep cycling through and draining. Let's go check out our ball.
Just leave it open, right?
So when this pipe goes over and it drops in, the Rojo valve sits just below the actual horizontal pipe that it comes out. So it comes down and it comes and we thread it on. The valve hangs down, and so sometimes it actually gets on the bottom of the concrete tank, and then it restricts the flow. And I try and put this underneath to lift it up to allow it more room to just unobstructed flow kind of situation. This never stays. Nothing ever stays in there. It's cold. Otherwise, I think it's looking good. Now, especially in our soil, gosh, that's cold. If you remember those episodes where we put this in, we were digging out the ground to put all this the brick. This is the brick. And so almost all of the concrete cinder blocks are showing on this side. And so we just have a lot of compaction. Compaction happens, especially in this soil where it's soft and fluffy and it moves a lot, but I need to come back and put some gravel or some rock or something over here to stop that compaction so much, because when the little babies are wee, they can't quite reach over this. And I put this on the hillside right here, so I had a high side and a low side, so that way the babies could get up here. With all this compaction, it's not going to work next year. So I just need to get some road base or some other thick rock and just pile it in there to kind of stop that. It's a never-ending process. I probably have to do that a lot, but anyway, I think this is working. We're just gonna turn the water back on, give it some time, and then see if we can see it come back up within a half hour. Ahmed. Here's Kisses. I'm going to try and get a picture of her eye to see if we can get some sort of a status update. When we were feeding the cubes, it looked a lot better. A lot better. So Kiss's eye is healed a lot. She has just a little red spot that's kind of on her eye. And a lot of it around it seems to be healed up and closing up. So the concern is past us. Now, we did give her that antibiotic shot, and it's a long-lasting one, so it was going to last probably about 10 to 14 days. You know, I think we're out of the woods with it. She is going to have a blind spot, but it has healed a ton, and we don't have as much to worry about now. Now I got to figure out how to get back to the truck. Looks like the seas are parting. Okay, I'm not going to talk for a second because I got to be on alert here, so. Hey, girls. Hey, Bartok. Hey, what you doing, big stud? That's right. We fed these guys cubes right between showers, and I'm wanting to see how much, of course, they've actually eaten. And I don't want the cubes getting really wet before they eat them all. So Bartok's cleaning up, and I'm checking to see how much they've eaten. Hey, Ahmed. What you doing, big dog? So it's good to check up on the buffalo. They are eating the cubes. There's a bunch that they haven't eaten yet. A bunch. There's a little piles here and there. But Kisses, as I was saying, she's looking better. I'm not going to hang around in there too long. They're not eating it as fast because it's all soaking up some moisture. And I think it's losing its appeal. I don't know. Maybe it's like us guys eating mush cereal versus the crunchy stuff. I don't know. So turn the water back on. We're going to check that in a little bit. Buffalo are looking good. Kisses is looking good. All right, next task on the list of the to-dos today is I've got to go pick up some feed troughs. This is much like the last time where I had 6 feed troughs. These are going to be used throughout the ranch and other spots. Inflation's killing us. I'm just ordering what I can now before prices go crazy insane. All right, picked up some of these troughs. Now, these are the concrete troughs that I just picked up like, what, 2 months ago that I feed all the cubes out of. Got them here in the trailer. Now, this is, of course, not my trailer. This is Steve's trailer. I still need to repair one little thing on it from the last time I borrowed it, so I'm still using it, Steve. But I'm actually trying it out because I'm actually in the market for possibly getting a trailer. What kind of trailer? This is a car hauler. I have a utility trailer. I'm just checking to see how this is. Now, before, I used to only get 2, and now I've got 3. So it's only gonna be 2 trips to go pick up the 6. This is the first 3. And of course, this one is probably handling it better than my utility trailer did, but my back end still squats. But yeah, so good. So, time to unload this and get a move on so I can get up the other 3 before the place closes. One batch down and gotta go get the other load. I'll be right back. All the troughs are here. We got all set, so we have a total of 6 new feed troughs. I would have filmed the second one, but it's very much the same and repetitive to the first. You've seen that before. And also we had a rainstorm that just hit for about 2 minutes, came down pretty hard and then went away. And that was right when I was unloading. So I got a bunch of wetness, but I didn't get any film of it. But beside the point, who cares? We've got 6 new troughs, and I have another 6 that I ordered while I was there. These troughs, of course, are for the cubes, and that's gonna be for this area right here on the basketball court for 4 and 5, pastures 4 and 5. I'm sharing space to minimize the amount that I need to buy, and I'm gonna probably put some stuff over elsewhere. So, all of them are here. What I kind of want to talk to you guys about today is to share with you a little bit of our goals for 2022 and what's coming up, okay? We sold our house, as you know, in DFW. We moved out here to this area, and it's pretty much that we're just trying to get a house. So top of the list, first thing that we have to do is get some place to live up here. And I know there's options. I could go get a double wide or a single wide. I could go do this, I could do that. My hope is that we don't have to go into some mortgage payment to do all of this, and we can do it a lot cheaper if we just renovate some of these buildings, take what we have and use it. We don't need anything extravagant. I know I've got 6 kids, but I don't need anything extravagant. So we're just looking for some space, some bedrooms, simple lifestyle, and kind of go with that. So first thing on the list for the new year, we've got to find a place to stay and still build it out. So right now we've been working on that little house. That's been the goal. We want to go out to pasture 1 area where we showed you a number of episodes ago. The view, that's an option. So we're just trying to finalize where exactly we move to, and then also where's the permanent place that we end up being full-time in the long run. And then what budget makes sense for all of that. So that's kind of the questions. But really we have to get here fast, okay? That's number 1. Okay, number 2, we have to get our pastures going again. Okay, my goal would hopefully to get all the pastures up and running, but at least I'm going to start conservative and say pastures 4 and 5. Pasture 4 would be behind me across this asphalt, and share over to here with 5 as well, and then get this little area feed spot ready for the yearlings and the babies. If I can get this done in 2022, that would be great. Then I would have 4 pastures I could share the buffalo through and rotate them, and each pasture would be 12 to 16 acres each. So that's goal number 2. All right, number 3. Okay, third one involves this guy. We have to get that handling facility built. I have all the stuff ordered. I don't know if I shared that with you before. All the steel is ordered. It's on its way 2 to 3 weeks from now, middle end of January sometime. And it'll be coming here. So I have to get that built, and I have to move this and get it set on its concrete slab. It's going to be over in our pasture, our handling pen over here with these guys. So that's where it's probably going to go, at least now. And I'm going to tell you, all of this stuff is so fluid, okay? There's so many options when you're building a bison ranch from scratch. You could do almost anything you want, and the hard part is figuring out what's the best thing to do given what you might be doing in the future. Now, if I've been ranching for 30 years, this would be a lot easier, but I haven't been. So I'm trying to figure out the best things to do and not have to duplicate work. So we have this already built. It has posts every 8 feet. It's already more solidified than other pens. In some ways, it just makes sense to put it back in here. We need the handling facility done. We need to get this guy all done, located, so I can work the buffalo. That is number 3. You know, in saying all of these goals, the hard part is the first goal of getting a house or of something to stay into needs to happen ASAP. Getting the buffalo handling facility done over here, that has to happen pretty quick too. So these goals are big goals, and the first and third end up having to be done in like 2 months. So it's not going to happen. I understand that. It's just very, 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 very frustrating. So patience, I guess, on my part. We're going to have to see what we can do. Since I'm over here, let's go check out these buffalo and see how much of these cubes they ate versus how many they've left. It's been a little wet. Let's see. First one, looking pretty good. Second looks good. There's only a little remnant in number 3. You can see like 6 or 7 of them. That's not bad. Here's this one. Let's see. That's fairly cleaned out. And then back, we've got this. So they've all eaten everything, so that was good. The buffalo are shooing away from us. You can see them over my left shoulder here. Because I don't know if you can hear that noise. Inside the little house here, my family is demoing the bathroom they used to. And when they started using the Sawzall to take out that plastic tub, they all booked. Okay, so goal number 4. Number 4 is going to deal specifically with the buffalo. Given the way that the performance of how this year went with worming, getting them here into March, you know, some of the women, I don't know if they just had an abortion, just they didn't have the babies though they were tested pregnant. I will tell you, pregnancy tests are not necessarily super accurate. Just going to tell you right off the bat. So take it with a grain of salt. But I don't know how many of these ladies are actually pregnant that will have babies this coming year, because the health condition, the body condition score, the way that they were doing during July, August, and September wasn't good with all the worming and then having that hay being as bad as it was. So I'm not expecting a large crop of babies this year. So my goal with the buffalo is to get them at optimal health and go through a whole year of doing my pasture management plan and feed plan, which I'll have to explain to you a little bit later on about what we're all doing with that. But if I can start doing that plan and get them more in a consistent health range, I think then we'll start being able to churn out some babies. This year I want to be able to get all of my cows separated from all the other calves and sell some calves, and then also get some ready for maybe slaughter this coming winter time. So anyway, that's the 4th goal, buffalo specific health. The first one was getting a place to stay so we can live here at the property. Second was finishing out all these pastures, at least on this side. I'd love to get 3 others, but I'm not going to sweat those right now. Third was getting that handling facility done now. So number 1 and number 3 are going to be ASAP first quarter of 2022. The others are going to be kind of developed along the way as we go. So that's what I'm doing here at Blackacre Ranch. So feel free to leave it in the comments below if you have a New Year's resolution. If there's any resolutions that you've made that you want to break, feel free to let me know. Leave it in the comments. But those are the big plans of what we're doing today. There's a lot of construction projects that are going to have to happen. Steel prices are going outrageous. It's just really hindering the chance of getting this building here reskinned, is because steel prices are just so crazy. I do want to tell you that from earlier, the water trough that we checked, it's filled up, so everything's good there. I don't know what they're doing, but I think they're going to go over and finish fencing portions of that 2.5 acres for the bulls. So it's perfect weather, why not, right? So anyway, if there's any comments that you guys want to leave down below about any New Year's resolutions or goals for this coming year, 2022, hopes, dreams, feel free to leave it down below. We'll catch you next time on the next video. All right, appreciate you. Bye. Congratulations.
What? You got an edge you got hold of.
I bet